Reza, this trading of insults revealing just how bad US-Iranian relations are right now.
It does. If anyone had any doubts that U.S.-Iran relations were bad, this Twitter exchange should erase all those doubts. This is probably the clearest indication yet that U.S.-Iran relations is deteriorating, and it's hard to predict how much worse it's going to get. And consider the contrast between now and 2015. Of course, in 2015, the U.S. under then President Barack Obama utilized a policy of cautious engagement. That led to the signing of the nuclear agreement between Iran, the U.S., and the world powers. That agreement, the negotiations characterized by diplomacy, civility, compromise. But last year, out went President Barack Obama.
I'm sorry, it seems we've lost our correspondent Reza Zayed there from Tehran, but let's try this again. Reza, can you hear us now?
I can hear you now. So let's pick that up. Last year, out went President Barack Obama. In came Mr. Trump, a policy of confrontation, and of course, today, a tweet by Mr. Trump threatening Iran. We should point out that Mr. Trump's tweet is seemingly a response to an earlier statement by Iranian President Rouhani saying that peace with Iran would be a mother of all peaces. But he also offered a seeming threat saying that war with Iran would be the mother of all wars. And Mr. Trump obviously didn't like that, and in came the tweets overnight.
Reza, how will Iran respond?
I think the response up to now is a clear indication. We've had no reaction on Twitter by Mr. Rouhani, no reaction from the supreme leader in the foreign ministry. So my impression is that they're not going to engage in a war of words on social media with Mr. Trump. And that's been par for the course ever since Mr. Trump took office. They haven't engaged him, not only when it comes to the policy of confrontation, but with his unique mannerism and aggressive style on Twitter. And that's probably for two reasons. Iran is aware that that's Mr. Trump's strength. He likes to lock horns with world leaders, his rivals on Twitter. They don't want to get into that kind of match. And they also are aware, Iran is, that Mr. Trump's reputation and public opinion in the international community is not very good. And my impression is they believe that tweets like this by Mr. Trump are further going to damage his reputation in the international community. And that's something that Iran doesn't mind seeing. So I think very little reaction for Iran moving forward.
Reza.